Hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. This is episode 57, streaming 3 days in a row because we got some maintenance coming up for 48 hours. So this will be our final stream for the week, our final fantasy, if you will. Hope everyone's having a good morning, a good evening. I'm ready for some more Shadowbringers today. Last time, we went to the Mayan pyramids, figured out some fun stuff, some ancient history, and we also got to do one of the dungeons, which I can't exactly remember the name of. Something interesting. The Katana Revel. That was what we did. We did the Katana Revel, and we faced off against a baboon Cerberus of a Sin Eater, which was so cool. And now we find ourselves ready to continue the story. So I think we're gonna part ways with our lovely Lahi forest, and we're gonna head off maybe back to the Crystarium. Ah yes, Eros the Light Warden. Yes. So initially we weren't going to do this stream because I thought the maintenance was going to be earlier. So I did check, and I was like, you know what? Can do a stream. So we'll do one. We'll play some more. We also reached level 80 with our Dragoon, and I don't have Endwalker because I'm waiting for my Dawn Trail code to unlock it to get to level 90. So there you go. It's just wasted experience now. So what do I do? Do I go and pick up Gunbreaker? But also, what level does Gunbreaker start at? Does it start at 70? Because then I have to get up a few levels, don't I? To get to level 76 before I can do that content. Starts at 60. Yeah, damn. Alright, probably just accept the fact that we'll miss out on some experience for now. That's okay. We're already at the maximum level for Shadowbringers. What that just means is I'll probably have to do some leveling of another job soon. I think that'll be appropriate. We cannot help but feel something is bothering Ishtola, so let's continue. Though it pains me to leave, it is time I return to you and the others to the Crystarium. Before we go, might I speak with you in private? I will await you in my chambers. Yes. Thank you for coming. I thought to keep my suspicions to myself, but after witnessing your victory at Raktika Falls, I fear they prove true, and so I must share them with you. So here we go, because Ishtola has been worried and speaking with Urianger about the whole Sin Eater light absorption thing. From the first we met at Fort Gon, your ether had appeared tainted, suffused with an overabundance of light, not unlike the Sin Eaters. When you defeated the Light Warden, I fear the light which poured forth from it was not negated by Heidelin's blessing, rather it was absorbed into your being. Urianger also suspects as much, though he is unwilling to share his thoughts on the matter. One thing is certain, with every warden you defeat, the danger to you grows greater, greater perhaps than we can imagine. If you begin to feel anything strange, anything at all, pray inform me at once. hurry before the others begin to worry. Once I've sorted my things here, I will join you. Hey, so by the way, if you start to feel like vomiting light, sprouting wings, growing some extra limbs, please inform me immediately. I'm sure everything will be fine. There's a couple of blue quests that I can do here as well. So I think it might be a good idea to do that. There's one to discover, which is off to the east apparently, so that'll be off in this area. And I think my blue quests are actually tied to Fanoff. Have a look. Yes. Let me quickly do my blue quests. So I picked those up and then we just didn't do them. So I'm going to finish them today. And then we'll be able to fly in this area. Could be a good idea to do some role questing as well, to rendezvous with Lurik. What level is that? Level 70. Okay, so this is stand on ceremony. So to speak with Fina. Business brings you to the morning stars. And you accepted. This is such an honor. Thank you for coming. Goodness, where are my manners? My name is Fina. A pleasure to meet you. This is my sister. How do we reckon? How do we reckon this is pronounced? Siuna. I'll just say Siuna. Are you certain this is wise? I realize he is an ally of our people, but the ceremony is not meant for outsiders. We cannot go against Master Lineal's wishes. Besides, we may never again have such an opportunity. If you insist. Now, let me tell you about the ceremony. As Master Lineal has likely already explained, we will renew our bond with the Greatwood through prayer. To ensure our prayers reach to the gods, however, we must first beseech the spirits of the forest for aid. Once summoned, we must prove ourselves worthy through combat, only then will our prayers be delivered unto the heavens. As witness to this, to the rites, it is up to you to do battle with the spirits, if you're still willing, of course. Wonderful. This will be a ceremony to be remembered. Shall we begin then? Close your eyes, and we will attempt to draw forth the spirit with our prayers. O gods of the Greatwood, bringers of bounty and wisdom, we call to you now to renew our vows. For the strength to protect these lands, to be the shield that guards against the accursed light, we seek combat with your children, the spirits of the wood, to prove to you our worth. gods? The spirits are of opposing forces, fire and ice, a terrible omen. Our prayers are enough to suppress their strength, but we cannot cast them out alone. Please, you must strike them down before they wander off into the woods. Oh no. The kiss of fire and the kiss of ice. Thank you for your help, but in light of what we have witnessed, I think it best we call off the ceremony for now. Spirits of opposing elements is most dire of omens. The discord between them would prevent our prayers from reaching the gods. And this would not have happened were he not here. We may try again on the morrow, but he cannot be allowed to attend. Sister, please, he is our guest, handpicked by Master Laniel. My apologies, it seems your attendance was not meant to be. Would you go and inform Master Laniel of what happened? We must remain here and clear the altar. Actually, I'm very good at rituals. I'll just try it again tomorrow to be even worse. Back so soon? What of the ceremony? Oh yeah, fucking weird shit, mate. Fire and ice, thank goodness they were not hurt. It's never too late to begin the ceremony anew, but I fear the source of our troubles has naught to do with the spirits. Ooh, the questline does continue. The twins weigh heavy on Laniel's mind, so there is more to that tale. You know the rules. I got my ether current. I'm out of here. The twins can weigh heavy on her mind for a while, and then we'll resume that one. Some archers here. And outsider, come from the village. How did you... Here's your raiments. Take your clothes. Ah, Hymet spoke of you. An ally of Ronkan, yes? Welcome to Bowrest. This outpost serves dual purposes. Here we keep watch for any who would intrude on our home, and also for beasts that would feed it. We must stay ever alert so that our arrows strike true. Oh, what a sight. It is not often you see so vaunted a hero as yourself in this remote area. What do you need from me? Clothes. Hiya! Our new attire, wonderful. Indeed, the fabric and design and everything are everything Hymet made them out to be. This will aid us greatly. The leather is made from the skin of rails and is unsurpassed in quality. They are bestowed upon all who come of age and complete the rites. The particulars of said rites, well, best save that for another time, lest I give you nightmares. I did not expect an ally of Ronkan to come to Bow Rest. What brings you here? Clothes! Take them! Ah, of course. Heimat said someone would be delivering these to us. They're made specially for archers and will not impede our movements as stiffer material does. Every so often invaders will come clad in steel from head to toe. However, their overconfidence makes them blind. Every defense has an opening, and that is where we take aim. Guys, look. In the wild, we see a giant Ufiti. However, it's known as the Grass Man, and he looks dangerous. He's twice the size of my Ufiti. It is mating season, and the Grass Man is alone and has not been able to find a mate in the forest. He will die alone if he does not mate within 72 hours. I'm not gonna find him though, because he's probably like a A-level hunt and he'll kill me in one shot. Oh, actually, hang on. While I'm bloody here. Let me go get this ether current. Because it's the last one in the wild. Good morning, Mobius. Oh, and Philippe, get in here. You've become late, but you arrived precisely when we needed you the most. There it is. Huh. Unless you have kept one for yourself, I see your deliveries are complete. Thank you. Although I told them you were coming, I imagine it was an entirely different thing to actually speak with you. It shall not be long until you're accepted as one of our own. May we work together again, ally of Ronkan. Flight! Yeah. Armorang and Kalusha, we've still got much more to do, and then there's the one quest in Lakeland. We can fly now. That's the important thing. Well, actually, I shouldn't discover new locations, because you get experience when you discover new locations. This is the first time I've ever not been able to level up. Ever. And I have to be like conscious of that now because it feels awful. I'm out of commission. I will be starting Shadow of the Erd Tree eventually. Put some giant text at the top of the screen that says Elden Ring DLC countdown, and then it's just a question mark. We took one last patrol of the perimeter. All things considered, Slitherbow remains relatively unscathed. Thanks to the antidote, all those who were poisoned will make a full recovery. And with the night sky returned, their prayers have at last been answered. is one of my favorite pieces of music that plays. I like this one. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Shall we be off then? Art thou certain this is best? I'll not deny that there is a part of me that wishes I could stay. For 2 years have I lived with the Blessed, learned their culture, even gone so far as to adopt Master Matoya's name as my own. But I did pray, I did honor to it. Now is not the time for doubt or hesitation. Come, we must return to the Crystarium. To the Crystarium. Then we have to see what's going on with Alfie and LSA, and if they haven't returned here, that's probably our excuse to go back to Armorang and Kalusha again. Can I beat the bagpipes? All things considered, it is hardly surprising that Alphino and LSA have yet to arrive, but where is the Exarch? My friends, 'tis good to see you all again. You know what? There you go. I thought that they would get in trouble. Oh, no LSA though. Okay. Yeah, the more that I look at the Exarch, the more he's like dressed in Asian gear, right? So when you look at Emmett Selk's got the black, white, and red color scheme going on too. So does the Exarch. So like, he killed an Asian, and he's wearing their robes, of course. I don't know. I need the Exarch to show his face because it's just mighty suspicious. Alphino, it has been too long. I assume your presence here means you've brought word of the warden hiding in Raktika. Oh yes, brought word indeed. He's dead. Found and slain, you say? I should have known. Eulmore has but recently dispatched soldiers to all corners of Norvrant to defend them. I'm full glad to see their efforts were wasted on the Greatwood. Speaking of Eulmore, what came of your meeting with Vorthri? Yes, about that. It proved to be... Oh! Exarch, you mustn't push yourself. Your time away from the tower has clearly taken its toll. No doubt you are all tired as well, having travelled so far. Why don't we all take a much-needed rest before we discuss our findings? I thought to propose the very same. After your clash with the Warden, you deserve a chance to recuperate. It's settled then. We reconvene after everyone has had time to settle in. We await word from Alisay. So we had a word with Emmett Selk, and he said that he's the only Asian in the first. There were 2 others that I think were dealt with. I think he gave a pretty decent lore drop there. But I feel like there's definitely more to that as well. I find that when I was looking at the Exarch, it took a while before I was like, his clothing just right under my nose is like, look at these robes that I'm actually wearing, and I'm a hooded figure. And I'm like, need this man to just show me his face. Like, not creepy, mysterious figure literally pulls you across realities and has the nerve to not show his face to you, you know? Welcome back, sir. Returned from a lengthy excursion, I take it. Well, your room has been made ready if you care to retire. Yes, of course. Very good. I pray you sound sleep and pleasant dreams. Yes, that's not really possible when you have Ardbert wanting to talk to you every single night before bed. So I'm sure that's going to be happening again. Okay, Ardbert, what do you make of the Exarch? What do you make of me? Apparently I'm consumed with light.
So there's a light sealed inside you, is there? You wouldn't know it from the outside. You look the same as you ever did to me.
What if that changes? What if it overwhelms me?
I'm damned if I know. It's not as if I can lift a finger to help myself, much less you. Have faith in your friends, look out for them, and hope that they look out for you. What more can you do? Think he was telling the truth? Emmett, I mean. All that rot about Hydaelyn being no different from any other primal. If so, what would that make her blessing? Are we just slaves to her will? Let's pay him no mind. Lies the Ascian stock in trade.
It's such a thought, though, because it's like, we're the Primal Slayer, and are we just serving one of the oldest primals this whole time? The way that just turns the whole Warrior of Light thing on its head. You're like, oh, what's going on here?
Villains, heroes, all a matter of perspective, they'd have you believe. One man's fond memory, another's waking nightmare. Me, I'm no saint or savior. Just another sinner. And I know damn well I'm in no position to judge. When I saw the people of Slitherbough look up at the sky and celebrate the return of the dark, felt good. It was moments like that I cherished. Much more than the thrill of adventure. The quiet after the storm. I always took comfort in that.
Well done, chat. You see why I avoided Grassman? Because I knew that it would be like a 6-hour journey. Meanwhile, in Garlemald... Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Haha. Meanwhile, the Empire... Alright, give me some Gaius and Estinian updates, please. Honestly, whenever I get Meanwhile, I get so happy. It's great. Getting updates on the source. It's my boys.
What did the scouts have to report?
Bro. New outfit? I can see those dragoon pants of yours, but as Estinian joined the group, he accepted the offer.
Several skirmishes, but nothing of consequence. The fighting seems to have taken its toll on both sides.
Yeah, okay.
A stalemate, then. The Alliance has done well to hold the line for so long. But then they did have Ishgardian reinforcements.
Nevertheless, neither side has any appetite for a prolonged engagement. 'Tis but the calm before the storm. And should the Empire choose to bring their full might to bear...
To say nothing of Black Rose. All the more reason to hasten our search. How close are your people to identifying our next target?
Close enough, though I have received some troubling intelligence.
This is not an incognito conversation, guys. Yeah, you're the only two guys on this street. I love how it's like, yes, I'll give you this information in passing, except I'm just going to stand here and talk at you from the side.
One of our generals posted to the Alamegan front recently disappeared without trace from the battlefield at Gimlet Dark.
Odd. Dead seems unlikely. Fled less so. I wonder where he'll turn up.
Were I a betting man, I would say here, in the capital. Not that any deserter who valued his life would contemplate returning, but a corpse might, given the right encouragement.
In the manner of his royal remains, you mean?
Elidibus plainly has no need of a new host, so the question becomes who?
Ooh. They're talking about the soldier that is definitely not Xenos. They're afraid to make eye contact because if they do, they'll probably kiss, guys. There's a lot of sexual tension here between these two characters, as you can tell. Because they've both got very attractive voices, so the rule of thumb is if they make eye contact, they'll kiss. So they have to look away from each other.
It may be that another player has joined the game.
Oh! Okay. Okay.
Something to consider at any rate. But come, there's work to be done.
Like, hey, there's some mysterious things going on here, but pay that no mind. Also, the cinematics here, like the cinematography, like the way that they're framing all the shots is so cool.
These bloodless games make for poor sport.
Katana-bearing Centurion. Wow.
Mayhap if father... Nay. I am a stranger to him in this body.
This is buck wild.
Besides, there is but one hand that can make me whole again. My enemy. My friend.
Sorry, bro. I'm in another reality. I can't help you right now. Please leave a message.
I know not what entertainment occupies you, but if you will not clear the way for me, then I shall seize the reins of fate once more.
Dude, the stuff that's going on in the first is so cool that I'm like, sorry, the source, and I'm like, I'm away from home. Take me back to the story. It's happening without me. It's excruciating. I want to be hanging out with Estinian and Gaius. We're getting attacked, by the way. Wake the fuck up, samurai. Estinian's disguise is a disguise. It's not a good outfit. It's a disguise outfit, okay? It's hard to beat that Dragoon armor. Dude, why am I so casually strolling out of bed? I'm just like, wonder what that noise is. Wonder what that screaming and fire is. Let me just walk out of bed. I'm so tired. Oh, what's going on? What's that racket? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. When it rains, judging by his countenance, the manager of suites has ill tidings for you. You're like, oh, good morning. What's going on? I suspected that you might be awake. I could scarce imagine you sleeping through such a commotion. The entire host of Sin Eaters appears to be advancing upon the Crystarium. Emergency measures being taken as we speak. Rest assured, however, that we are safe so long as we remain under the Crystal Tower's aegis. You may return to your quarters if you wish. Go back to bed. I like having AOS in time because you have the element of like we actually have just been like woken up at 3 a.m. Yes, I thought you might feel that way, and I cannot say your assistance would be anything less than welcome. I must remain here to disseminate information to the other residents, but you are under no such obligation, and thus free to aid any of the townsfolk who may be in distress. The XIV tends to become a point of congregation in times of need, crowded with those seeking solace and companionship. You would have my personal gratitude if you would offer succor to those there. What about my teammates, eh? A host of Sin Eaters attacking the Crystarium. I thought it would be the Yulmoran army. Well, my first thought about this is, what is this? A job? A job? Well done. Guess we'll have to do these blues eventually. Manic Pixie Dream Realm. Okay. My first thought is if Sin Eaters are coming to attack the Crystarium, it's because of me. Because how many Light Wardens? I've killed 3. And absorb their light now? That's a pretty full tummy. Do you think they'll recognize me as a friend at this point? I'll be like, look mate, I have killed 3 of you and you're all in my arrangement here. I could be like Vorthri, command my own Sin Eaters with the power of light. Because how the hell does Vorthri control his Sin Eaters, you know? He probably ate one. That's why he's so huge. He ate a Sin Eater. He's filled with their light, and they recognize him as a hungry hippo that he is. Few townsfolk are about, and you spy none who appear to be in distress. Omega! Oh, Alisaie's arrived. There she is. Not in trouble. I've only just returned from Armorang, yet I find the Crystarium moments from being beset by Sin Eaters. Where are they coming from? It shouldn't be possible. We've restored the darkness. Well, this is a fortunate coincidence. Brother, tell me you have some idea why this is happening. I may, but for the moment we need to postpone such discussions in favor of action. The Crystal Exarch is preparing to deploy a barrier around the Crystarium as we speak. Ensuring that he is able to do so should be our first concern. There are a number of instruments placed about the Crystarium that function as anchors for the barrier. I'm on my way to activate them now. In which case, 3 pairs of hands would be better than 1? Very well, I'll take the ones to the south. I shall deal with the northern apparatus then. Will you handle the western too? They're ensconced on platforms extending from the upper level of the Aetheryte Plaza. No worries, Chief. Hello. Brassman Slayers, welcome, welcome. Time to go activate these bloomin' anchors. Also, chat, do I have this right that in regards to the Dawn Trail codes that get sent out, I can't even redeem it until it actually releases, and I don't unlock Endwalker until it actually releases? So I think the codes have been getting sent out, but I think that's for early access, and obviously early access is useless to me. I want to get rid of my level cap as soon as possible. see what happens when people start playing early access and Dawn Trail anyway, because the servers might be too crazy overloaded that I might not even be able to fucking play. Okay, so I gotta wait a while. I'm going to be taking a break soon anyway, because I finished my first ending for Cyberpunk, and I've also finished Ocarina of Time. So finishing some games is going to give me an opportunity to take a little bit of a break. So I'll probably also let the launch of Dawn Trail cool down a tiny bit, and then I'll be able to resume, and then I'll be able to level up again too. So I might take that opportunity in that little downtime to I could potentially pre-record, do some job quest episodes in my own time, like just log in and do the other quest lines. We shall see.
Senator sighted! They're coming!
Excellent. The barrier is holding.
That's good news for the Crystarium, but what of the rest of Lakeland?
Lena and the City Guard have taken to the field. Thancred and the others have already joined them. Let us do the same.
Yes, the thing is with video games is there's way too many of them. So it's always just like, I finished a game. Time to play another one? I'm assuming this is going to be a single instance. Considering Mercury left, I'm going to sneeze. Ugh. Yeah, I'm feeling like I need a rest, so I'm not, all I'm thinking about at the moment is resting, and the Elden Ring DLC is probably the next thing, because if I don't play it, I'll have everybody accusing me of hating From Software, because that's what happened when Armored Core 6 came out. You hate your fans, and you hate From Software. We ought to join the Vanguard as soon as possible. If the number of Eaters we just saw is any indication, we'll be facing a formidable host. Lovely weather, just what we needed. Seems that the battle has already begun in earnest. Make haste. When it rains, it pours. polar bear attack, yeah. Crystarium forces are engaging the Sin Eaters at various locations across Lakeland. Assist them in defeating the Eaters before they are decimated. So, yeah, Sin Eaters exist in real life and they're polar bears. Dun 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 dun. You know how to pump you the fuck up. To war!
Help is at hand.
My favorite thing is that they'll have, you know, they'll change the health for enemies sometimes. Like, because these enemies have definitely taken longer in dungeons. But for me, the way that I choose to view it is like, it just shows how much stronger our character gets by having these be easier to kill. Those Eaters, they're moving towards Radiska's Round. We should follow, but we cannot neglect those in need of aid. Yeah, honestly, I want to say in Shadowbringers, they have done such an exceptional job across the board. Dungeons, duties, all of it. Even just like the way that the cutscenes are all framed as well. Like I was pointing it out in that scene between Astinian and Gaius. It's just such an interesting upgrade across the board on everything. I just feel so much more involved. Even though there was nothing wrong with the previous ones, they were all really good. But you just feel that it's gone a level above. It's this bad here, I shudder to think what it's like elsewhere. Timely arrival, Omega, if my hand's full here. Mine own magic shall suffice to aid Ishtola. I bid thee offer succor to the guard, okay? Eater's ether swells. I would hate to find out what it intends to do next.
I shall protect you.
Draw with the lesser eaters. Well, I'm fucking trying. I got a few of them.
my path.
Ooh, alright, Master Matoya.
It was nothing.
It was nothing. A most impressive trick indeed. As if you've none of your own, let's make for the Imperative, shall we? Someone hath made short work of these eaters. Oh, thank God I'm in Philia. I fucking love when the NPCs are in like these duties with us. Like it feels so good. Omega, you'll be glad to know that all the locals have taken shelter. Nevertheless, we can't allow the eaters to gain any ground. With me. Dude, like, Urianger as well. Like, everyone being out in the field and fighting together feels so fucking good. I actually love that. You know, all it took to get Urianger to be a badass was for him to get pulled into another existence. Just for a bit. That can't be good. And also the fact that we've got Minfilia fighting with us as well, dude. All the Scions are at war. I'll follow the Eater, you press on to the Imperative. I'm staying with you. Jesus Christ. The way that they frame all of this stuff as you journey through the battle is so good. These Eaters are too organized, they cannot merely be acting on instinct. It is as we feared. But our task is as it ever was. Turn the tide. Urianger's little deck thing is so cool. The lives of the wounded are in our hands. Drive out the Sin Eaters. Next round.
On your feet!
Have care, that is no ordinary eater. Forgiven hypocrisy. More eaters. Oh. They're protecting it somehow. Forgiven Venery. Oh, dude, these are the ones that we saw in Vorthry's place. Petting the big dog. And yes, I know a lion is a cat. It's a joke. I feel a swirl of ether gather around me quickly. Oh my god.
Theory in practice.
Now it's the time to put my research to the test. No worries. Good night. So we're getting the revelation, not the revelation, but it's in the information that these Veneries are the ones that can protect other Sin Eaters. Oh my Jesus.
If naught else will suffice, my strength is yours.
Oh my god, look at the twins doing cool stuff together.
May the 12 guide you.
The twins are doing cool things.
The stars shall grasp.
Let's give them a show. Departing speed.
Oh my god! Dude. Charging up Alisei for like an ultimate attack. It's so cool to see the battle moving on around you, and I have to try my best to like keep an eye on it while I'm also trying to focus on fighting. It's so cool. Oh my god, not the gibbet cage. Not the gibbet. Nice. Feels good to have the whole group be so impactful to this fight instead of it being like, don't worry guys, I'll do everything.
There are so many. Ah, God damn it! Leader!
What was that move?
Yeah, hold on. They turned on me.
What? Oh, they turned. Oh, shit. Because they got more numbers. They turned into Sin Eaters. Whoa.
This one is mine.
Oh, dude, the gunfire. We need to see Thancred do one of Squall's limit breaks from Final Fantasy VIII with that.
We need only hold out
Not a little while longer.
We need to see Thancred do Renzo Kuken.
Reinforcements are coming, remember? The captain said so. We're going to be all right.
All Ardbert can do is watch, dude. This sucks.
Run! Run, damn you!
Oh no.
The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned. So stay with me, eh? You can't go dying now. God damn it! Please let this work. Please let this work.
No, dude, that's even worse. Let Ardbert join the team.
No, no, no. Stay back. Stay back. Help! Help! Anyone!
Bro.
Why did you spare me? Why? What have I done to deserve this mercy?
Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Wounded to the rear! Weapons at the ready! Let's make this count!
God, I went right around the corner.
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be hollow, claim them.
Ardbert feels like the extra person when we have a full party, and he's like, I can't join. We need to let him in. Extend the party size. I think what's even worse is like you get this moment where you think that just maybe, you know, through sheer force of will, he'll be able to help them. And that is even worse that he wasn't able to, and then no one saves them, and they think that they just died alone. There was someone trying to save them. It seems that we've driven them back, for the time being at least. The wounded have been collected and are undergoing treatment now. Once they're ready to be moved, we'll have them carried back to the Crystarium. The dead, well, of course, those whose bodies remain anyway. Because, yeah, the Sin Eaters would do a nice little attack and go, time to convert more to our ranks, you know? Sucks. It's in a cutscene. Oh, I just got to turn my heater off. Hold on. Alice is contemplating all that must yet be done in the wake of battle. So the Exarch raised a barrier. Nowhere to be seen, though. I guess he had to maintain the barrier to the Crystarium. The others are helping to treat the wounded. I'm planning to assist in moving them, but even so, we simply don't have enough hands. I'm sure you're fit to fall over after what we've been through. Gods know I am, but if you could see to a few of the patients, it would be an enormous help. Captain Lena is about somewhere, so you might also consider asking her if there are any other outstanding areas of need. We'll talk later. Anguished guard. Thank you, but it's too late. One of them, it got me. If I turn, please kill me. I beg you. Yeah, that's not aiding the wounded at all, Chief. Also, you'd have to indulge them on their wish because we've witnessed that transformation firsthand. It's not good. Don't touch me. I killed her. I killed her. She was one of them I know, but With tear-filled eyes, the prone man gazes up at you. His fingers twitch as if to reach for you, but he lacks the strength to raise his hand. Ah, Jesus Christ. He didn't aid anyone just then, he just hopelessly stared at everyone.
Oh, I did not see you there. Is there something you need?
No, I'm fine. How are you feeling?
Injuries are part and parcel of battle. While there's breath in my lungs, I shall see my duties done. Don't pretend you're not of the same mind. You fought well today. Saved a great many lives. Thank you. Unfortunately, this war is far from over. We must replenish our ranks and shore up our defenses before they attack again. Now, if you will excuse me.
Having to go to war against these in general and then needing to kill your own comrades that turn while Lena is stubbornly wounded.
I am fine. Completely and utterly fine. Better than fine. Hale and hearty and still alive to mourn those who are not. Who I failed to protect when they needed Mimos.
Oh,
We've come so far, so goddamn far! I could have sworn the end was in sight, and now... Now they will never see it.
Impudent worms of the Crystarium.
bro, that voice acting is tremendous on Lena's part. And then we've got Volthree. Impudent worms!
The tragedy that has befallen you is of your own making. Divine retribution for your defiance. The heavens have bequeathed to you a benevolent savior, me. I offer you freedom from pain and suffering, a paradise where man and sea-eater might live in peace and harmony. Why, already, our winged brothers and sisters regard me and mine as kin, alike to them in beauty and purity. But you not only reject my prophet hand, but raise your own against my sin-eaters. But it's only right that they respond in kind. Let this be a lesson to all those who would walk the path of sin. The wicked shall not inherit this world!
God damn, even Volthree's VA is fucking incredible too. Just comes in just to be like, yeah, you did this to yourself. You fucks. You fucks. Lena is gazing solemnly upward, and it is not difficult to guess what occupies her mind. Volthree's ship is already gone. How flattering that he came all this way just to give his little speech. I apologize for my earlier outburst. Rest assured that I have no intention of allowing any of my wounds to affect the performance of my duties, especially not now. If I may, could I ask that you seek out Thancred and Minfilia for me? They endangered themselves on my behalf, and I would feel better knowing that they are well looked after. Thancred in particular sustained quite an injury from that Sin-Eater. I would not be surprised if he were in Spagaric still. Please give him my thanks. Yes, Thancred had a little bit of internal bleeding going on. Here for me. Sorry to put you to the trouble. I'm fine, really. The Eater landed an unfortunately solid blow, but the healers here have done wonders. I'm more worried about Minfilia. She's not taken it well. Could I ask you to speak with her? My attempts to reach out seem to have had the opposite effect. She's gone off to the Hortorium. ostensibly to fetch herbs for Chesamil, but just talk to her, will you? Alright, prepare for me to get lost. I've gone the wrong way. Prepare for me to get lost is what I said, and I fulfilled that prophecy. Philia appears to be lost in thought. Perhaps a gentle poke will get her attention. Eve! Oh, Omega, what are you doing here? Poking you, apparently. Thancred. It's my fault, you know. I jumped at the chance to help Lena, but I was careless. And now... it's my fault. You literally saved Lena's life. You can make up for it by being there for him. Right. Are you sure? I brought him nothing but trouble thus far. What if it's worse next time? All I do is make mistakes, put others in danger. I'm sure that he'll resent me for being this weak. Maybe he really does. But you're right. I can still help, if only by seeing these herbs safely to Chesamil. There are only 2 on the list, but I'll need to ask about this one. I've looked high and low, and I can't seem to find it anywhere. Would you mind collecting the other? I would hate to delay any longer than I already have. You're looking for something with soft leaves that's very fragrant, in an unmistakably medicinal way, I was told. We only need 2 sprigs or so. Once you've got them, you can bring them directly to Chesamil. Whoever gets there first can explain that the other will be back shortly. Thank you. I appreciate the help. Fragrant herbs. Soft leaves and smells strongly medicinal. Roman Philia, you didn't look very fucking hard, did you? They're gonna make that more realistic. They have to make you go into a dungeon to obtain the herbs. Make it a goddamn journey and a half. I can't find this shit anywhere. Could have gone in there. Okay, there you go. Finding my way around here without teleporting. Minfilia told me you would be bringing the rest. Marvelous. With this, I can replenish our store of medicines. We're struggling to keep up with the number of wounded that are being brought in. I wasn't on the field, but it doesn't matter. The patients' faces make plain that it was a horrible battle. And we're still fighting it, I suppose, though with bitter medicine rather than sharp steel. But we'll win, I promise you that. Seems that I owe you an apology for dragging you to yet another battlefield when you've just come off the front lines. In both cases, I'm sure your efforts saved more than a few. With Spagyrix in good working order, the Crystarium's people will be well cared for. More lay ahead, of course. Battles only you can fight, not that we intend to let you do it alone, but that's a matter to discuss with the Exarch. You know the Exarch? You do. Was there something you needed? I need you to tell him something. For me. My dearest friend, you see. He was there on the battlefield with me, but only the one of us is here to speak of it. At the end, before the wound killed him, I heard his dying words. I never knew that our world was this beautiful, he told me. I'm so glad that I got to see the night sky. I don't know how the Exarch feels about what happened out there. I don't know if what Volthree said is true, if our losses were our just deserts, and we doom ourselves to worse by continuing to fight this fight. But I believe in the Warrior of Darkness, in the Crystal Exarch. I don't think what they've done is wrong, and I don't think we're wrong to fight with them either. My friend, he smiled in the end, just as he smiled when he raised his glass to celebrate the return of the night. That's how I want to remember him. So I want to tell the Exarch, don't give up. Don't give in. Please. We'll tell him. You have my word. Small favors. Thancred seems keen to quit the infirmary, the best way out. If you're ready, why not go on ahead to the Ocular? You can keep the Exarch company while I'll fetch Alphino. Don't worry, I mean to borrow the swiftest tomorrow I can find, so we shouldn't keep you long. Be sure to pass on that message, yeah? Yes. Bartholomew, thank you. I appreciate that. Big time lurker. We need more positive chatters like you, though. You are valuable. And a very welcome presence, so thank you. I appreciate that. Too many lurkers with positive mindsets. I keep getting a lot of the negative ones in my comments instead. That have zero fear. Do you have business with the Crystal Exarch? Just say the word. Welcome, my friend. Tales of your heroism on the battlefield precede you, though I confess I found them more gladdening than surprising. I hear no few of our people have you to thank for plucking them from the jaws of death. Would that they had not needed saving to begin with, but the responsibility for that lies with me. One of our soldiers said that. Thank you. Rest assured that I fully intend to continue our work. I will not shrink from what must be done, now least of all. Though I mourn the lost, I will not lose myself to grief, and even should regret be my constant companion, I will follow the path I have chosen to its end. We have some time before the others arrive if you'd like to talk. And if I were to confess any doubts I might harbor, no one need ever know. No, I believe you have enough burdens without my adding to them. Nevertheless, I thank you. Interesting.
My friends, with your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
Bro. Just Thancred's like, fucking hell. Alright. Slowly walk in here.
Sorry I'm late, though I would not have been had anyone thought to notify me in advance.
Yes, we don't have your phone number.
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the Crystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
For each we saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, Vorthri may call it divine retribution, but Sin Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a Light Warden, there should have been no compulsion for lesser Sin Eaters to congregate here en masse. All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
That these minions of light answer to a higher power. He who did claim kinship with them, who did boast of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem, but in earnest. Lord Vorthri.
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command. But if he imagines this show of force will convince us to bend the knee, he is sorely mistaken.
I take it your meeting in Yulmore did not end well.
Very well.
You could say that, yes. But I am wiser for the experience nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects. There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Armorang?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in western Armorang. From what the Maud told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight. Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks.
and with no guarantee of finding anything.
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser sin-eaters.
I always forget what Minfilia sounds like.
And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a sin-eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison.
What about me? I would be a giant beacon.
To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Minfilia. If we travel to Armoreng, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back. What do you think?
Don't.
Don't what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
But I do. I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation, but it all makes sense now. The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul. To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
This doesn't concern you, Ascian.
So good that Ascian has ass in it. It's the equivalent of saying asshole.
But it plainly concerns you, which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest. Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be? Love. Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions. So, it's off to Armoreng we go.
Why are you deciding for us? You're not part of the team. Brew thinks he's on the team. He's forcing himself into the party. If this is the course you have agreed on, I will not object, though I'm afraid it will be difficult for us to spare any of the guard to accompany you. I can but promise that you will be well looked after upon your return. Just see to it that you do return, alright? If I had only been able to locate Kalushi's light warden, it might not have come to this. I can't imagine what Thancred must be feeling to behave this way. To say he's changed since coming here would be an understatement. He may as well be a different person. He reminds me of Father. He argued with us for months about our plan to go to Eorzea, but in the end, he accepted our decision. I do hope he's doing well. Minfilia demonstrated impressive resolve just now. It seems that she understands what must be done, though I do wonder if she is truly prepared to make the choice. Should she falter, it will fall to Thancred to guide her, however much he wishes it were otherwise. Though Thancred hath long known whither this path doth lead, his journey hath brought him no closer to acceptance. Will you never grow tired of shuffling your feet? If you have something to ask me, ask. This is so great because, like, all of this is missable too. Like, if you don't talk to the characters while they're around, you miss the one question time with Emmett every time he appears. So this is great, and I think I will say this to the quality of Shadowbringers and even the latter half of Stormblood when it grips you is, and I said this earlier, the game pushes me and makes me want to actually go and talk to all of the characters and see what little tidbits they have to offer on top of the just talking to the quest giver. Because I didn't used to do that in A Realm Reborn and Heavensward, because we were just kind of going through. But I'm like, holy shit, I care about what everyone has to say. And so I think they're confident enough in that where they don't need to have a big old exclamation mark above Emmett's head. They kind of trust that you would want to talk to them, you know? And then you get this information. Tell me about Zodiac. As I told you before, Zodiac is the creation of my people, the first people. We summoned him, and your kind might summon a primal, albeit an infinitely more powerful one. And like one of your primals, he tempered us. It was only natural. There is no resisting such power. And so we Ascians came to exist solely to bring about the rule of darkness, his darkness. Of course, some would call us evil for it, and they would be fools, though that is only to be expected, given their innate inability to conceive of the nature of our universe. But I believe I am repeating myself. Do you not trust me to speak honestly? Do you hope to catch me in a lie? Really, I have no need of deception, and even if I did, I assure you, you would find it quite indistinguishable from the truth. Let me tell you that when our group eventually returns to the source and gives our updates to the crew, we're going to be like, oh yeah, so Hydaelyn's a primal, Zodiac exists, Emmett Selk is kind of on our team, the Ascians are our sworn enemy, except kind of not, because of this guy, but also the Empire's our enemy, but he controls the Empire, so you guys are fighting the Empire and the Black Rose, but also this guy isn't involved in that. It is kind of interesting because we've got, like, the Emperor who's doing as he's told, and he's doing the Black Rose stuff right now, but we haven't had any Emmett Selk Emperor conversation since Stormblood. He's hanging out with us instead. We're the more important thing for him. I'm sorry to be so insistent, but I know this is the only way. If you're willing to give me a chance, come with us. Wait for Minfilia at the Tessellation. Galleon surprise stream. I posted in the Discord about it yesterday and then scheduled it. But it is kind of a surprise stream. It was just a late scheduled stream. But I scheduled it ages ago. And also, Funky Freak, thank you so much, by the way, for the kind words. I'm glad you're enjoying the streams. And Shadowbringers is definitely just incredible. So I hope you're enjoying watching as well. I was planning to stream some other games because we used to mix it up with a few games, but that also was me playing a lot less Final Fantasy XIV at the time. It Takes Two with Dex, and there are some other games I want to get to. I want to get back to streaming the Spider-Man games as well, because I was going through a few of those, and I do have them sitting on the shelf ready to be played. Because they're not cheap to acquire, those ones, so I'll probably end up selling them again when I finish playing them, because the Spider-Man games have just shot up in price because they're like impossible to obtain. I definitely hope that you all have been enjoying the much more frequent Final Fantasy streams. Sorry for the wait. I'm ready now. You're sure you want to do this? Completely 100% sure. Look, no matter what happens to me, I'm sure that I don't want to go back to being who I was. I want to be stronger. Strong enough to face my destiny. And I want to believe I can play a part in saving this world. I hope that you can find it in yourself to believe it too. When you put it that way, how could we not? It is your decision to make. Just be sure that you are prepared when the time comes. If all are assembled, shall we depart? We'll follow your lead. What route would you have us take? About that, there's something I neglected to mention. I saw a Yulmoran airship coming in to land over Armorang while I was on my way back to the Crystarium. No doubt the same vessel that bore Vorthri's forces to Raktika. Meaning we can expect to encounter armed resistance on our journey through the region. Right. Now, Nabatha Rang lies in the southern reaches of Armorang, and there are two routes we can take to get there. One is completely mapped out, the other one to coffee stands. The first is the eastern route, which would lead us past Mordsuk. The other is the western route, which would require us to pass through the Hills of Amber. Infilia and I took the eastern route last time. Yes, that's the more well-trodden path. It also makes for easier traversal of the Nabath Severance. But we can't use it. If we did, we need to cross the Severance from a point nearby the inn at Journey's Head. If the Yulmorans caught wind of our approach, it could very well bring them into contact with the inn and its patients, and we can be sure their activities would not meet with Vorthri's approval. It will make the journey more arduous, but I believe it would be safer to take the western route, which brings me to my proposition. While you make for the Hills of Amber in the west, I will draw the Yulmorans' attention elsewhere, to an area in the east that I know to be uninhabited. That way, you'll have a chance at reaching Nabatha Rang unopposed and without risk to civilians. I cannot deny that it's a sound plan, but nor can I allow you to go alone. My skills will make your task at least somewhat easier, will they not? I will accompany you as well. It will afford us a chance to have a proper conversation. If I go with the others, I'm likely to say something Thancred will regret. You felt that response. Well then, we'll leave the work of distracting Volthry's forces to you. The rest of us will take the western route and try to avoid attracting attention. With that in mind, I think it best that we follow the road from the bridges. We'll move faster with a solid path under our feet. We'll borrow a few Romaro for our journey. I leave the rest to you, Minfilia. Thank you. I'll try not to disappoint. We shall see. Before we proceed by speaking with Thancred, I'm just going to take a brief break to eat some food. So I'll be back soon. I'll run some ads while I'm having a little lunch break. So you just want to mute the stream, let those play out, support the stream. That would mean a lot. And I will be back after I've had something to eat. All my life, I thought Santa Claus wasn't real. And he is real. He exists entirely within the first. Give me a sec. How do we ban Santa Claus? Let me get him out of here. It's time to ban Santa Claus. Here we go. There's no ban button. Where is it? Delete him from existence. We also have a surgeon in the nurse scrubs. That's right, we can invite Galleon, and then we have a party of 8 for that trial that we're about to undertake, right, guys? Definitely got a trial coming up. So, we're in Lakeland. Is the final ether current... It might be this main quest related, potentially. Would that we all had thy surety of purpose. We need to move quickly. The longer the others need to keep the Yulmorans busy, the more likely they are to be caught. There you are. The gate leading to Armorang is just up ahead. In all the time I've been here, I've never ventured into the Hills of Amber. Not that I'm particularly intimidated by new lands at this point, but we have more than enough reasons to be cautious as it is. Keep an eye on Minfilia for me, would you? Speak with hard ass. That's how that's pronounced. Yes, my name is Hard Ass. Wolverines. Cute looking things, aren't they? Off so soon, Master Ocelot. You've barely had time to recover from the battle. Well, if you're certain, I'm hardly in a position to question you. Adventure played her for suckers.
Take comfort in the bonds you share. Accept the pain when the time comes to part. Press on, for joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. Beyond Mount Garrick lie the hills of Amber, beneath which run hidden veins of mineral wealth. Or ran, at least. Mayhap they are spent. Or mayhap the ringing of hammers can yet be heard below.
This place has been scarred by the flood too. Who can say what lies ahead? Whatever else this road may be, it is mine to travel, and I don't plan to take a moment of time I spend upon it for granted. Titan bronze. No. Oh no! I'm wearing something so revealing. My midriff. But the stats, though. Oh no, I got some giant feathers on me, too. My belly button. No! It's a hot day out. You know, I need to expose some skin like Urianger. Thancred is gazing with interest at the nearby village. I take it you're seeing what I'm seeing. Yes, my belly button is exposed. Finding a village when we're hardly 10 paces into the hills is a surprising stroke of luck, given our recent fortunes, but you won't hear any complaints from me. Let's see if the folk who live here can tell us what to expect from the road ahead. Zun? You sell? No. No, you are no merchant, but then why do I know your face? Oh, I remember. You spent Verbert gold. Such a coin purse cracking. You are already a legend among moored traders. You are a traveling merchant, then. Can you tell us anything of this village? Of course, anything for valued customers. This place is Garrick. Before the flood, it was home to many miners. After, not so many. Now, none. So Master Gen borrowed the village, made it into a trading post. Very convenient location. In which case, you all must be familiar with the local roads, correct? We're on our way to Nabartha Rang ourselves. If we continue south from here, will we have any difficulties reaching it? Oh yes, great difficulty. The flood rent the stone and crushed the mines surrounding Nabartha Rang. Only steep cliffs and collapsed tunnels remain. Oh no. Surely there must be some way. Do you think any other Mord might have some sort of hidden route? Perhaps, you ask. They tell for free even to friends of our best customer. Wonderful. Thank you for your help. Well then, best customer. Let's see what information your reputation buys us. Question the Mord of Garrick. For Nabartha Rang, airship is best. Nothing is faster than an airship. The Yulmorans have one, I hear. You can ask them to take you. Though it seems somewhat superfluous to do so, you're dutifully to make note of Gongon's words. You wish to go to Nabartha Rang? There was a way once. A gondola down from the cliffs, but it was built for those who had left something behind that they wished to retrieve. Now there is nothing left, and no one to use it. You may search for it if you like, but I doubt that its rusted wires would bear your weight. You hastily take down a memo regarding the gondola on a spare scrap of parchment. Oh, that is a surprise. Not many bound for Nabartha Rang these days. I do know of a trolley that once went there. Used to travel between all the settlements and mines of the Hills of Amber. It is locked behind a gate, however. I assume that will have kept it from being stolen or damaged, but it also prevents it from being of much use. Take down information regarding the trolley of a wrinkled piece of parchment before stuffing it unceremoniously back into your bag. Omega, I'm afraid I've learned little use of how to reach Nabartha Rang. The Yulmoran presence, though, that's another matter. Apparently, though their army is definitely in Amarang, there have been no sightings of Yulmorans at all in the Hills of Amber. Perhaps we can take that as a sign that Alisaie's plan has borne fruit. Did you have any better luck finding us a route forward? I got paper for you. So these are our options. Well, what do you think? We can try the gondola. It might die, but yeah. We get an airship. Gate aside, the trolley seems most feasible. Might die, but yeah. So tempted to pick that one. The trolley seems most feasible. It does seem to be the least risky of our options, and I can't imagine one gate is enough to thwart you. I'd like to know a bit more before we dash off in search of it, though. Perhaps Zun Zun can offer some insight. Very well. No more Splinter Cell. There's one more Splinter Cell. Just busy right now with other games. I haven't felt an immense desire to go back to Splinter Cell at the moment because of what else I've been playing. It'd be nice if the Splinter Cell fans showed up and watched the games that I played too. That would definitely be nice. But they seem to be kind of dead on arrival when I play them. I think if Chaos Theory as a playthrough can't be successful, and that's considered the best game in the series, then we're doomed. But I'll eventually play Blacklist, and I'm excited for the Splinter Cell remake. See, the thing is about this whole YouTube gig is there is never a shortage of games to play, that's for sure. Zun Zun is eyeing you with curiosity. Oh, valued customers, we're the other mode of help. Of a fashion, they told us of a trolley that runs to Nabatharang, at least. But am I correct in thinking that there was a reason you did not do so yourself when first we asked? Yes, the gate. You see, it is impassable. Before, there was a hulking thing of stone, the Talos. It opened the gate, they say, but none operate such a thing now. I do not even know if it yet exists. I do not know, but you should travel east to Mount Baran Mines. That is where the trolley controls stand. I still see miners there from time to time, if anyone knows what happens to the Talos. It would be them. Thank you. You've been a great help. We're off to Mount Baran then. Let's hope that someone will be there to answer our questions. Indubitably. The trolley problem? That's one name for the quest, that's for sure. I wonder if I should... Oh, Jesus Christ. I wonder if I should... I'm almost tempted for the classic Final Fantasy games to... I reckon I should stream those as blind playthroughs. Maybe not all of them, but like the first few, because I assume that the first few, while not being like super complex, might be like suitable for a stream. I don't know if I would blind play through some of the more like involved ones, like 6. But it could be fun. Just depends if we have a respectful chat for the blind playthrough experience. If I do like, even if I did like tactics or something. Maybe I'd have to ignore chat. Just to be safe. Could be an idea though, to do like Final Fantasy 1 to 3 or something. The scale of the track is impressive, I'll give them that. Now we only need follow it until we come to the mines. One is under 20 hours. Alright, easy. 20-hour stream coming right up. What the fuck is that? That is this is it's certainly a creature. Yeah, I've got the Pixel remasters at the moment. That's the versions that I would be playing. Forest Rocos. I've seen them before. I do not remember them. Ow. Ooh, gnomes. Yep, you know what I think in my head when I think of a gnome? I think of this. I go, yeah, that's what gnomes look like, dude. These are the gnomes when no one's looking. Bit of a mess, isn't it? The mechanisms for dispatching the trolley are here, just as Zunzun said. Unfortunately, anyone who might know how to use them is not. We might wait for Zunzun's mysterious miners to appear, or have a look around and see if we can deduce anything useful in their absence. I'm in favor of the latter. Something near the entrance to the mines proper caught Oriange's eye. Meet us there if you find anything. Iron rail. Flecks of rust adorn the rails, but they nevertheless appear sturdy enough to bear the trolley without issue. Another thing that I could do is when I do my replays, I could do that on stream because that is much easier to do. But I might want to edit a bunch out too, so I don't know. A lot of grinding in these games. Who let you inside? The cup is slightly warm, and a fair amount of tea, steeped over long, if the color is any indication, remains within. Blind playthroughs are definitely good content, that is for sure, but I think replays also are very good to do. I think it's nice because it allows me to at least play a game where I'm not like a bumbling idiot. There's a game that I'm playing for the first time and a game that I'm replaying are very, very different. The benches within suggest that this must have been a passenger car. Oddly enough, though it is clearly old, it appears to be well maintained. Ah, Omega, what hast thou discerned? I see, indeed. Thine observations are consistent with mine own, but let us refrain from further discussion ere our comrades arrive. Ample evidence of recent maintenance and lukewarm tea besides. The levers for switching tracks looked like they were in good condition, though I couldn't move them myself. No ordinary person could, I think. It is my belief that no person is meant to. This Talos beareth more than a passing resemblance to the golems of the source, nor doth it appear to be the sole example of its kind. The proliferation of Talos fragments, as well as the enormity of the mechanisms here, suggest a considerable number once in operation. Alas, this specimen and its fellows now lie lifeless and broken, and I know not how to repair them that they might facilitate our passage through the gate. And without the aid of the Talos, even if thou wert somehow able to unbar the trolley's path, we would still have no means of propelling it. We might not know how to repair the Talos, but someone must. Otherwise, why keep everything else in working order? Whoever is maintaining the cars and rails must know something that we don't. Use bloody magic, mate. Let's ask them what it is, shall we? I've slain gods and I cannot open a gate! Omega, I do believe you'll find a person of some interest skulking in the shadows behind the warehouses on the northwestern side of the tracks. I love it when Thancred is being his observant scout. Indeed. While you two have a friendly chat, the rest of us will gently encourage those to the south to come out of hiding. Defend yourselves as necessary, of course, but do try to keep everyone in one piece. Off we go, then. The thing about a Tactics remake is Tactics and Final Fantasy IX are heavily rumored / leaked to be a thing, but they've never been revealed, shown, or even spoken about. It's simply started with a NVIDIA leak years ago about Tactics and 9 Remake, and a lot of the games on the NVIDIA leak have come to pass over the years, but we've seen nothing about it. So it's possible, but not official. Apparently the Final Fantasy IX remake is gonna be much closer to the original game with prettier graphics, like turn-based and everything, not like a Final Fantasy VII remake style thing. And I'm fine with that. I think Final Fantasy VIII deserves the Final Fantasy VII remake treatment. It'll just never get it, but it's the one that deserves it the most, because a lot of the issues that people have with Final Fantasy VIII's gameplay system could be fixed in a 7 remake style approach. I fucking wish. Like, my dream game is Final Fantasy VIII remake on the same scale as 7 remake, because it deserves the respect. I'm sick and tired of Final Fantasy VIII being the black sheep. Suspicious man. Wicked white, where did you come from? No, never mind that. You have no business here, of that I'm sure. Okay. Hacha! Yeah, I think everyone wants, obviously them to do, like, remakes of the classic games too, which would be cool, because everyone's like, fucking Final Fantasy VII gets the spotlight, where's my Final Fantasy VI remake? It makes you wonder what they would do for those games, Would they get 7-style remakes, or a little bit more of a, smaller scope? I honestly think what they could do realistically to avoid 10+ years of one game being remade is to do like the smaller in scope. Just turn-based RPGs, beautiful graphics. They could even do the Octopath Traveler style or something. Like how they're doing the Dragon Quest remakes of the first 3 games. So it's possible. Good to hear. These two weren't much trouble either. Let's see what they have to say for themselves. Us? We're not the brigands come to take what isn't ours. Do we honestly look like we'd need to steal, what, some rusted bits of iron? Don't be absurd. We're not here to rob you. A likely story. You look, well... Oh. You don't look normal, that's for certain. You don't have any wares, you're clearly not merchants, travelers never pass this way. The only reason you would come all the way out here is to strip the machinery for parts. bloody queers. You're all queer-looking folk. Oh, Thaff, I have an idea. What if, once upon a time, a lovely lady of noble birth ventured forth in search of her lost love, joined by her 2 most loyal servants, sworn to follow her unto world's end. On their journey, they met a sorcerer, as ancient as time itself. Moved by the lady's devotion, he offered to be their guide, and they turned up here, somehow. What the fuck? I can only assume that you're being intentionally obtuse, but in the unlikely event that that's a serious conjecture, no. I suppose I am a bodyguard of sort, but we have a rather large concerns for fairy tale romances. Though I would fain to hear more of this ageless sorcerer and his heroic deeds. Gods grant me strength. Playing Final Fantasy XIV during Pride Month is about as much of an ally as you could be. I got my glasses stuck. Just pretend these are sunglasses, and then there's an explosion behind me. Yeah! Alright. If I may, we're actually searching for a means by which to travel to Nabatha Rang. We were hoping that the trolley here might offer a solution. I realize that we haven't gotten off to the best of starts, but if you know anything about how we might get it working again... The trolley? The trolley! The bloody trolley, innit? You should have led with that. We're always keen to discuss the trolley. We're both engineers in training, in fact. Jarek and Thaff, at your service. We fucking love trolleys, mate. Technically, I'm a miner and he does repair work, but our true passion is the trolley. We're working with a few other folks to get it up and running again. And before you ask, yes, it's true there's little in need of transport these days, but that's no reason to consign a miracle of mechanical innovation to dust. The mere sight of it travelling the track once again would make hearts sore, mark my words. You hear no argument from us. What progress have you made thus far? Not as much as we'd like, truth be told. Well, is there anything we could do to assist you? We could gather materials or help put pieces together? It's a sight more complicated than that, I'm afraid. If you spoke with Magnus, you'd understand. He's the only one with full knowledge of the trolley's operation. I suppose you could speak with him if you like. I'll introduce you. Very well. Our options are limited, and if this Magnus can explain whatever is preventing the trolley from being restored, I'd like to hear it. Right. Looks like you'll be following us back to Twine, then. The trolley problem. Alright, well, looks like we'll be here for a while. Oh, thank God. Let's put on something more comfortable. Yes. I have covered up my my belly button. I was getting dust in my belly button, guys. It wasn't good. A lot of sand in there. To be honest, I'm impressed that you thought of the trolley to begin with. So few seem to these days. Too used to living without it, I suppose. Rust and ruin. Thaff is ready to guide you to Twine, where you might meet the mysterious Magnus. If you're ready, we can leave right now. Though you haven't seen another fellow around here, have you? I thought he'd have come out by now. Oh yeah, killed him? You think he'll be alright? Well, well, I suppose we did force your hand a bit. I'll have a look, just in case. Go on ahead, Thaff. Go ahead, old chap. Alright, looks like it'll be just you lot and me then. Try not to let anything take a bite out of you on the way down off the rail yard. So, chat, just out of curiosity, like, if you were... Let's say you pick a job that's a lower level, right? Level 60, level 70. you wouldn't be able to do these main quests because they're level 76, right? Or does it level sync to the main quest? Because I know it level syncs down, because I'm 80 and it takes me down to 76. Ugh. That's alright. Obviously, I'm just watching all of the main quest experience go down the toilet. But it's okay. I wish that the pre-order of Dawn Trail and the early access code came with, like you could instantly unlock the previous expansions, you know what I mean? So I could have Endwalker already. Damn, that's smart. Did he have to thump me so hard? I'd be feeling that for the next fortnight at least. Not to be done about it now, though. I've pointed your over-eager companions in the right direction, and they've gone on ahead, so we need to get moving. Normally, we walk atop the tracks, but seeing as the young lady has a much shorter stride, that's more perilous a route than I'm comfortable suggesting. Wouldn't want anyone falling through the gaps. Of course, the low road presents other dangers, but having been on the receiving end of your friend's blows, I'm not worried on that account. Yeah, I was also just thinking if I could switch, if I was able to like switch to a job now and continue the main quest, but I cannot. I'm gonna have to just hop to it and get to leveling other characters, because I can just start the storyline, record that shit, and join the leveling roulette and stuff like that to level up, because I've got the 90%. No, sorry, not 90%. What am I talking about? I got the, so the earring gives me 30% when you're below level 90. So I can equip that on my other jobs, which will make that an easier time. And then I can actually probably get into my challenge log and doing that too. Wait a moment, I think I hear something. Oh, that's something, alright. Run! Once you get to level 70 with the job in question, or just level 70 in general? I'm assuming you mean once you get to level 70 with the job. Long necks. Tribes which get you millions of XP per day in like 5 minutes. That sounds nice. Sorry about that. I'll admit I didn't expect this route to be quite so fraught with danger. We're nearly intertwined though, so we should make it without further incident. Well, considering this is probably going to be the last stream that we do before maintenance and before I take a break, I'll probably just start playing in my own time, leveling up jobs, and if anyone of you gamers is on at the same time that I'm going to be pre-recording some job quests, you are welcome to join. But they won't be streamed. I'm going to pre-record the job quests, so that way what I can do is only have the story of the job, and then I can cut out all of like the leveling and the grinding elements of that. So I can upload a full episode into the Final Fantasy playlist, which is going to be like the Dark Knight questline, the Gunbreaker questline, you know, stuff like that. Oh, except I don't know if there is a Gunbreaker questline, because that was introduced in this when there was role quests, so it'd probably be like the role quests. But they would be like ways that I could like condense them down. Like I can start and do like the Scholar and Summoner questlines and stuff like that, and just like record it all together. And then you'll be able to see it in the playlist. Dex still doesn't have his stone. I don't know. Do I? This is it. Welcome to Twine. The original dwellings were built to house those laborers tasked with building the track. Over time, miners came to seek their fortunes, and that's what made the town grow to what you see before you today, but it was still the trolley that brought them here. As you've doubtless noticed, the track goes to the very heart of the town. It was the heart of the town, back when the trolley still carried everyone home at the end of each hard day in the mines. Now, there is no trolley, nor much work to be had in the mines. For that matter, the only residents that remain are the destitute, the delusional, and those with nowhere else to go, or so they say. I should give you some indication of what to expect when you meet Magnus. As I said, it will help you understand why we can't get the trolley running. Just don't expect too much aside from that. Yeah, right, yeah. Well, that's encouraging, but I don't see that we have much choice. Let's go and meet the man. Yeah, that's this. Yeah, my soul of the... Is that this? That's my soul of the dragoon, right? Yes, because it's Soul of the Samurai and Soul of the Dark Knight. Because I believe I've spoken to the Samurai one, and I spoke to the Dark Knight one fucking eons ago. Yeah, that's a Magnus, alright. Look at that. That's a big boy. You can restart it for the video's sake, can you? Who are you supposed to be? Never seen the three of you in my life. Or the 4 of you? Wicked white. If you're gonna bother me, at least have the damn courtesy to stand still. He thinks this one is deep in his cups. These are my guests, Magnus. We ran into them at the mines. They're looking for a way to reach Nabatha Rang, so they came to ask about the trolley, you see. What? There's nothing in Nabatha Rang, not anymore. Especially not for frail little girls. Give it up. No, we must reach Nabatha Rang. I must. Ah, so you have your heart set on it. The world doesn't care. This place is a ruin, nothing more. You're not getting there in the trolley. That thing doesn't run on hopes and dreams. We're not fools. It's necessity that drives us to Nabatha Rang. If you insist that the trolley is not an option, at least tell us why. No, I'm sick of people asking me about the blasted thing. Leave me be. We'll speak outside. Well, what I can do is I'll probably go back to my earlier streams and I'll find when I spoke to the samurai guy and I'll find when I spoke to the Dark Knight, and then I can just cut that clip and put that in the video so it'll be like the intro and then go from there, so it's all in the one video. I'm pretty sure I spoke to the Dark Knight during Heaven's Ward, like those earlier streams, so that would have been around sort of my 20th to 20-second stream. I want to say that it's in there. In terms of when I spoke to the samurai guy, however, I know that I did it with Mobius because Mobius showed me where he was in Uldar, I think. I'm pretty sure the samurai beginning was in Uldar. Am I close? But I can't remember when we did that. I can't remember when we did that. So that's a problem. I'm gonna have to like try and look through some streams to see when I spoke to him, and I'm worried that I might not have even spoken to him on stream. But we'll see. We shall see. He only said that because he thinks I'm weak, and he's right, but I can't be. I won't be forever. There has to be some way. I must find it. I definitely spoke to the Dark Knight in Ishgard around those earlier streams, but the Samurai one, that'll be interesting to find. I'm also not sure which job I will pick first, and I reckon for the sake of switching to a different role, for like the role quest line as well, probably going to be Gunbreaker. That'll probably be what I do. Begin my Gunbreaker adventure. You said all jobs have like a little quest line for flavor, so that's cool. But I would also like to do Dark Knight, and then I've got to pick some sort of like healer class to do as well. But I think that's going to be it for today, folks. I'm going to bring today's Final Fantasy XIV stream to a close as we get on track, try and figure out how we get this trolley moving. We go through to Nabath Arang. Going to be taking a little bit of a break. Dawn Trail's release is coming up, so that's going to be busy on the servers. I'm not sure how things are going to go in regards to my playtime, but I might get to work now on doing some pre-recorded episodes of the game to level up some jobs in the meantime until I can redeem my Dawn Trail code and go up to level 90. So if you are on my friends list, and if you're playing with me, you might see me around. You might be able to join while I'm on these adventures, but I'll just be pre-recording and doing my own thing. So make sure to join the Discord. I do have my Discord link in the bio, and you can come and hang out in the Final Fantasy channel, where we all sort of talk about Final Fantasy XIV together. So yes, farewell until we meet again. I'm very, very excited to continue playing, returning to Shadowbringers, and to continue playing this game. So thank you all for joining me today for another Shadowbringers stream, and I will see you next time.